Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back, welcome aboard, welcome home. As always, completely and totally dependent on where you happen to be in relation to this channel, these messages, all that good stuff. Let's talk about what's up this week. This week being the 6th of March through the 12th of March, 2023. Like I said last week, March is a giant month of shift this year. So the key to moving through any kind of shift, right, is balance. And so let's talk about that this week, because it's a big deal. So on Monday, the Pisces Sun sextiles Uranus, and the Virgo moon opposes Mercury. So here's the deal. Monday, a day for internal adjustments, right? The sun is sextiling Uranus. This means it's a day for your identity to be in shift, or for your feelings and your sense of home to be driving that sense of identity. That Virgo moon is going to oppose Mercury in Pisces. So here's the deal. Keep your opinions to yourself unless you are asked. And even then, contemplate how you want to phrase a thing, right? No matter how needed or pertinent you think your input is, nobody is going to be open to criticism on Monday, March 6th. And I do not care how constructive you perceive it to be, or how constructive they believe they're asking. Just be mindful and gentle with your words and keep your focus on yourself. Remember, this is about your identity and your feelings and your sense of home. So narrow your circle on Monday. On Tuesday is a huge day, March 7th. This is a huge day. We not only have a full moon in Virgo, we have Saturn moving into Pisces, and that full moon is going to be squaring Mars and trining Uranus. So throughout the day, we have that Virgo moon quincunxing both Jupiter and Chiron, and then trining Mars before we get that full moon, right? Not even an hour later, Saturn moves into Pisces. And then not long after that, hello, friend, that Virgo moon is going to quincunx Venus, square Mars, and oppose Neptune. So let's start with the day, right? The day, try to kind of maintain radio silence, right? Observer is a great place to be. That Virgo full moon squaring Mars and trining Uranus, it might make things feel a little bit shaky or jolty or jarring, right? The key here is, like I said, to find your center. Right, as Saturn moves into Pisces, that center is going to be deep in your own alignment. Saturn moving into Pisces is going to require that your actions are emotionally aligned, right? That they feel correct with a capital C. Do not be afraid of that, right? And that full moon in Virgo is going to illuminate all of the things and places and ways and wheres that you are not in alignment. Your choice is going to be to stop and look back and regret and be like, oh no, I didn't do this. Oh no, I could have done that. Oh no, if I only would have blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the deal. Your choice is to shift your perspective and look forward instead based on your feelings. If you feel like you coulda, shoulda, woulda, instead do it now, right? Do it now. The key to this Saturn and Pisces is going to be to not avoid, right? Not to fall back into bad habits, not to fall back into distractions, not to slide down into your addictions or your one-off, your distraction, right? Instead, to do what feels right. This is going to be key for this whole cycle. I got more to say. We'll get there. Woo. Wednesday, March 8th, the Virgo moon is going to trine Pluto. The moon will then move into Libra and quincunx Saturn, right? So this is a day at depth. That 29-degree Pluto is really looming large. And that quincunx to Saturn is going to really begin to find us testing our balance, right, in those depths. So here's the deal. Feel your way, both through and as your motion, right? We're moving into kind of a new availability of energy. And you're being invited to place yourself within those new energies, right? So how you intend is how you magnetize. So make sure that you're always really clear before you take action. But once you're clear, then go for it. On Thursday, the 9th of March, happy birthday to my friend Jackie, my oldest friend, right? That Libra moon is very busy today. We have an early quincunx to Mercury and Saturn. Mercury and Pisces. We have a pair of oppositions to Jupiter and Chiron in Aries, of course. Why, thank you. And then we have a pair of quincunxes to Uranus and Taurus and the Sun in Pisces. So again, this is a day of testing, kind of a wobbly day, right? So in all things, we are being reminded. So today, it's your mission, right? On Thursday, have soft knees and to always come back to your own feeling heart center as that sense of home, right? We're always really utilizing that home alignment. What does home look like, feel like, taste like, smell like, sound like? For me, only for me, because I can't mind anyone else's home. So mind your story and don't let your old perceptions of failure, did you hear me? Your old perceptions of failure change your dreams. Because, right, what feels like a failure is just a perception, right? It's just a learning experience for that next opportunity to try again. So don't let your old perceptions of failure change your dreams, right? Let that change happen and let it lead you to the next step, right? Your identity is going to shift accordingly. Make sure that you are functioning in alignment with your sense of home, and then go for it. On Friday the 10th, again, we have a very busy moon day. The Libra moon will oppose Venus in Aries, trine Mars in Gemini, lots of cardinal energy, and then quincunx Neptune in Pisces before squaring Pluto in Capricorn. Again, so much cardinal energy activity, right? And then in the evening around dinner time, the moon moves into Scorpio and then almost immediately trines Saturn in Pisces. So here's the deal. Maintain this alignment. Do what you can, right? Days like Friday the 10th are the reason that it's critical to have routine and habits to fall back on when things start kind of popping around you. So don't be lulled into self-indulgence. Do not be pulled off of your game, right? Your key on Friday the 10th is to do what you know to maintain your trajectory. Remember who you are or who it is that you're choosing to become, and hold on to that, and not only hold on to that, but always act in accordance with it, right? Let that be that bellwether for you, right? On Saturday, the 11th, wow. Venus in Aries sextiles Mars, very exciting. And Mercury in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus. And then the Scorpio moon makes two really exciting quincunxes within just a few minutes of one another to Jupiter and Chiron. And then the moon opposes Uranus. So here's the deal. Doing. It's a day of doing, right? It's also a day for deep conversations. As long as all of that action and conversing is early in the day, then you get all the yes, all systems go, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. After the evening, please be mindful of not over-promising, not exaggerating, right? And here's the deal. Be open to truths that are different than yours, right? And listen intently and think about what those words mean. Listening intently means listening with intention, right? So listen intently if that different truth is presented, because there is a capacity on Saturday, the 11th of March, to really be presented with a new idea. And boy, are we going to talk about that. Those are amazing for that, for this energy. You may be presented with a new idea that can change everything at depth, right? Beautiful. On Sunday, March 12th, Jupiter conjuncts Chiron in Aries. And then the Scorpio moon gets down to business. She trines Mercury and the Sun, both in Pisces. She quincunxes Mars in Gemini. She trines Neptune in Pisces and quincunxes Venus in Aries. So I know that sounds like a lot, but here's the deal. This is a day that can feel very refreshing and rejuvenating. So let the energy both kind of bathe you, right, with love and forgiveness, right? We have all of that kind of self-awareness, that that expression that is deeper, like that better felt than spoken concept. But let it also reorient you toward love, right? So this shift that we're experiencing, right, in energies right now, critical mass is always about recalibrating the needle toward true north, right? Not what we think it is, not what somebody told us it was, not what it's been in the past. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why, thank you. It is not about separation or hate or fear. Those are all illusions, right? So the key is to find the angle of love, right? And get yourself on the way. We have all this beautiful energy in Pisces right now. And the more willing we are to lean toward it and accept the fact that we are feeling creatures and we are here to not only express our feelings but to experience them, the better off we are, right? This 3D game is not about separation or hate or fear. It's about finding out that all of those are illusions and coming right back to that depth of love that is, who and what we are. Wow, that's funny. I could explain to you why, but it's better to just giggle about it myself. All right, let's have some combo. So on Monday, right, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles is about mastery, right? This is about how you create your craft, how you practice, how you do a thing, how you become a master, regardless of what that topic is, whether this is a 3D physical task, whether it's a mental skill, whether it's an emotional awareness, whether it's a spiritual practice, doesn't matter. Eight of Pentacles says we are what we do every single day. As Saturn is about to change into Pisces, this is beautiful. The Knight of Cups, right? This new feeling, right? So we're talking on Monday specifically about really moving internal, letting your feelings guide you, right? Your sense of home, no matter what. On Monday, we're talking about no criticism, right? What are you doing in alignment with how that feels, right? Keep your opinions to yourself and maintain your awareness of your feelings, your sense of home, and your identity. Practice it, right? Practice that alignment. This is about motion in your emotions. So keep yourself moving in alignment with what you're practicing, right? It's going to be very important coming up here. On Tuesday, this is probably the biggest day of the week. Of course, we've got that Virgo full moon. We've got Saturn moving into Pisces. So we have the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords. Knight of Wands is a beautiful inspiration. moving with motivation, right? Allowing your passion to drive and guide you. So with that, we have the King of Swords who says, but wait, but wait just a moment. Are you sure? So with that Virgo full moon and then Saturn moving into Pisces, again, this is going to be energy of, but wait, are you sure, right? We talked about how this might be a day that feels a little shaky. And the key is to find your center, right? Find your heart center before you move in alignment. And once you find your alignment, right? Kings are about master energy, right? Don't be afraid. You have this sword of truth, right? Along with these flaming torches of fiery passion. So as long as you're balancing all of those things, get it done. On Wednesday, we've got the Hanged Man and the Queen of Wands. So we're moving up a little in the world, right? Queen of Wands is about embodying these. And then the Hanged Man is an energy that says, let's shift our perspective, right? Let's check this out perhaps from a different way. Am I looking at this properly? Am I in tune with that divine sense of timing, that divine sense of journey, right? It's always okay to play in another dimension, especially if you're looking for a thought experiment or something. If it feels great, right? How are we going to embody these big, wonderful, heartfelt kind of that juiciness of life, right? Well, who knows? So we talked about finding your balance in those depths, right? Finding your balance in those depths and always making sure that you're placing yourself in that new energy. How you intend is how you magnetize. Absolutely. The Queen of Wands, she magnetizes everything simply through her intention. And how does she do that? By knowing that she can, right? By trusting the process and not being afraid to change her perspective. Okay, so on Thursday, we got the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the minor arcana of justice. So this is about balance, right? And we are talking strongly about balance this week. This specifically in Pentacles is about understanding the cycle of giving and receiving, of generosity and conservation, of being willing to give everything away, knowing that you're always provided for. And here we have the King of Pentacles right next to this. So this is really about being in that strong embodiment of that energy and being fearless in terms of what you're going to be willing to release in order to always get more. And by more, I mean tangible or intangible, right? We're talking about value. We're talking about worth. We're talking about those things that you don't need to be given, but that you have to obtain within yourself, right? And so we talked about this as being a day of kind of testing, of kind of wobbles, right? Keeping those soft knees and always coming back to your own sense of feeling heart center, right? Absolutely. Of not letting your old stories allow your perception of failure to color what you are in the midst of receiving right now, and letting your identity shift accordingly with the infinite cycle that is your felt sense of home. Better felt than spoken, right? Yes. On Friday. Okay. Five of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. So Five of Wands, right, is this card of posturing. It's that card of, I have an idea and I'm gonna hold on to it, right? I'm just gonna kind of be stubborn, right? Five of Wands says, I think I'm right and I'm just gonna hold on to that because I'm unwilling to release my perspective. The Knight of Pentacles is he's the slowest moving knight in the deck. He's all about stamina and endurance. He always gets where he's going, right? So this is about really understanding that you are fully resourced, right? We know this. That's clear from this whole week. But here's the deal. On Friday, we talked about maintaining, right? And this is a reason to have that routine, to always make sure that you're not being lulled back into self-indulgence, and to maintain your trajectory, right? Remembering who you are, but not being bound to it, or who you choose to become, and always basing your emotion on that, not being stubborn and saying, well, I'm just going to dig my heels in and stay right here. No, no. We're always in motion, so how you move is up to you. Do it with caution. On Saturday, the 11th. This is such a beautiful pair for this day. So we have the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. So they go in order, right? So let's talk about this. 3 of Swords. Swords, first of all, is ideas, concepts, right? It's mental energy. It's communication or expression. And so the 3 of Swords is a card that says, my expectation or my perception brought me loss, sadness, heartache, right? And so the 4 of Swords is how we heal from that, right? It's that 3 of Swords plus 1 more, right? And those aces are always things that are offered to us that we have to grasp and then put in action. So here's the deal. We talked about this as being open to a different truth than yours and listening intently if one is presented, and knowing that it can change everything. It can change this whole entire experience of perception into something else, right? This is healing, right? This is that beautiful red thread of eternity knitting itself into this cycle of whatever this loss or pain was. So on Saturday, be mindful. You may come up into something that heals immediately or brings you to the capacity to heal something that you've been carrying for a very long time, right? Mind your karma here. Mind your karmic belief about sadness or loss or expectation. Be open to something that will trigger a shift or change and allow you to heal almost immediately, or even immediately, which I love even better. On Sunday, we've got the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Cups is just beautiful romance. Everybody's cups are full, right? Look at that card. Come on, it's such a beautiful depiction. I just love it. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles, who is a bit of a conservationist, perhaps even a hoarder. You know, so we talked about this as being that day of really refreshed, rejuvenated, letting the energy bathe you in love and forgiveness and really reorient you toward that love, right? Critical mass, always recalibrating you toward that true north. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles is a dude who's got stuff, but he's really not here. Right? He's not here. He's not giving it away. He's holding on to it. So what happens is that he doesn't get anything back. And so as he doesn't get anything back, he has to learn that lesson of feeling a certain kind of way. So you get to choose, right? Like we said, this is not about separation or fear or hate. Separation, fear, and hate are all implied energies in this 4 of Pentacles, right? I'm separated from what is available to me because I'm afraid that I might lose it, and I'm going to get, you know, I don't know, bound up in separationist, right? That's an illusion. It's an illusion. Find the love and get yourself on your way, right? There's nothing that's not contained within that energy of love. So if that's where you are, everything is yours. So here's the deal. This week, you do you. Absolutely, you do you. This is all about coming back to your center, right? With Saturn moving into Pisces, this is going to be all about holding up a big giant mirror to any unexamined, toxic feeling kind of ideologies or cycles or groupthink or group dynamics that you've been holding on to for the last couple of years. Remember, well, we'll talk about it. This is about function and feeling, right? Function and feeling. So this is an opportunity for a new normal, existentially speaking. So you do you. So I'm going to tell you, like, I was flipping through these cards beforehand. I was shuffling them, getting ready for this reading, and this card popped out. And I was like, oh, what a great card. Wouldn't it be great if that one came out? And then it did. So don't you just love it? I love it when that happens as a reader. It's just about alignment, right? Your inner light will guide you. Let's have a conversation about that. Light your own torch now and use this inner light to guide you on the path. Your inner light will illuminate the stony ground, the loose rocks, the thorns, and the ditches along the way. Keep your inner light burning bright and trust the story unfolding beneath your feet. No one else can light the way. It is the light in your heart that will give you the greatest guidance when all about you falls into darkness. You may feel utterly alone, but know that others can see your light and the way that you are showing. The torch that you will bear will become the light that inspires others to step out of the crowd and follow the radiance of their soul. You are a way shower. Why, yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, you are. So this is about tending your own inner light, right? Doing you, coming back to it over and over again, trusting it, maintaining your path, being open to anything new, right? Maintaining your path doesn't mean this is where I'm going. It means this is where I'm going right now. And when I'm presented with something new, something better, I'm always going to choose that, because if it's in my alignment, it's in my alignment, right? And always falling back on that love as your arrow on the compass of true north. I love it. Big blessings, guys. Stay in it.